Do it.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Galley Girls Knit. I'm Daryl, called Poppy Cleo on Ravelry and Poppy_Cleo on Instagram.
Hi, I'm Nolene. I'm Nolza on Ravelry and Nolene. I don't even use it.
She's not a big Instagram user. I'm trying to encourage her to do it.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. You wouldn't think she was a millennial, but there you go.
No, I'm a bit of an old soul.
Yeah, cool. It's been 5 weeks.
It's been a while.
5 weeks, I think, since we last recorded. Why is that, Knowles?
Because working. For me,
I don't know. Easter
holidays, yeah.
was good. Here in New Zealand, we get Good Friday and Easter Monday off as public holidays, so that's always good to have that, and lots of hot cross buns and Easter eggs.
I'm not a big fan of hot cross buns.
I love hot cross buns, and I only had one the whole of Easter.
Wow,
It's because
really
I'm on a diet. I know, they're sitting in the freezer.
Oh my god.
Every time I'm in the freezer, I'm like, oh, there's these hot cross buns.
So I was never a fan. Even the Easter egg chocolates.
Is it because of the peel?
I don't know.
Some of them have peel on them.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know. My family always used to buy me a Snickers bar on Easter. And I was happy with that. No, because they'll really get the eggs and whatever. And it's just the taste. I think they taste weird.
I actually didn't have a chocolate Easter egg. I had...
You had that Whittaker's one.
The Whittaker's kiwi, and it's like a little kiwi, and it's got an egg under it, and it's tiny.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, well, it's got the mould of an egg sort of under the kiwi's beak. Because otherwise they wouldn't be able to make it, because the beak would be long and skinny and break off, I think.
It's fascinating that you thought of that.
I know, here you go. That's where my mind goes. Not always in the gutter.
Yeah, I saw that.
She is so rude, such a millennial.
Whatever.
Right. Shall we start?
Yeah, well, I mean,
welcome back everyone. If you come back to join us, I'm gonna have to promote this more, because I feel like we're not getting enough viewers. Or maybe you guys tune in and think, oh, screw these chicks, get out there. I don't know, but I'm like, oh, why don't we get more people watching?
So I
think we're funny.
Yeah. I love this because I just leave you to do all this.
This is true. Well, actually, I don't do any of the editing. Paul does all of that.
Yeah.
Like,
I have been promoting us.
He's our technical advisor.
Yeah, he is. He's really good.
You've been promoting.
Yeah.
I think we've got a lot of people who aren't knitters watching us.
Yeah. One of my pilots is watching us.
Who?
Well, I'll tell you.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll tell you the name afterwards.
Okay.
But, yeah, he sits there. He's like, oh, you guys robo on for quite some time, so you have to watch us.
He probably never watch us again.
Yeah, he probably won't. He's better.
Anyway, that's real funny. What else I need to say?
So Max is running around.
Mac the dog's just wandering around.
And he's just like looking, he's like, give me attention.
I brought you a toy to throw it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Mac.
Knitting is important.
Okay, well, you can see we've been doing lots of knitting.
I have.
Yeah, I'm so proud of this girl.
I haven't finished anything, but I've done a lot of knitting. I'm really impressed.
Cool. Well, we'll start with what's boarding, which is anything that's caught your eye lately. What did I have down? Oh yeah, the Redford.
No, I haven't. I've been trying not to look at Ravelry because I want to get like the projects I've already started.
It's a very admirable goal.
But then, yeah, I will cast something new on.
Well, a couple of days ago, Paul surprised me by saying that he wouldn't mind a jumper.
Oh, yes.
Like previously he just said, oh no, I'm fine with socks or with a scarf, but no, I don't want to knit a jumper. I don't want to knit a jumper.
No, he wants to knit a jumper.
I know. Well, so we looked through Ravelry and found this one by Julie Hoover. I just love Julie Hoover's patterns. Have you seen them? I made her Hayward, the grey one.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And like you go through all the patterns, I just really like the real classic, simple.
I like classic.
Just really nice patterns. So this one's a Julie Hoover as well. It's called Redmont, I think. Let me just
She showed me that.
Oh no, Redford.
Yeah.
For a man, and it's actually knitted in the Brooklyn tweed loft, the same as the Hayward, and so he knows what that fabric's like because it's very light and airy and weighs nothing.
Yeah.
He said, oh no, I really like that, I really like that. So I said, oh, it's going to cost you $140.
It's amazing how, like, I was thinking, this top, I was like, I'm not paying $100 for it, but it did. And I was like, no, $100 for a top. How much should I spend on my cardigan? Like $148. And then you've got to spend all that time knitting it and then knitting needles.
It's a surprising hobby. It's like, could be worse out there playing golf, which costs like $1,000 a year.
That is true.
Just to be a member. Well, what are you wearing? It's not a hand knit, but it is a knit.
It's my Ralph Lauren top.
Oh, just name drop there.
Yeah.
Where did you buy it? In Italy?
No, I bought this one in Las Vegas.
Oh, okay.
No, actually Hawaii. Sorry. Oh, I brought my other one in Las Vegas.
She said, I can't remember where she was.
I just said to my brother, the best brother in the world, because you watched this. I sent him a photo today. I was like, because he's coming back home from the UK. I was like, oh, if you go past the place, can you buy me one of these in like a navy? And I was like, please. So hopefully.
Oh, cool.
Hopefully I get another one.
I'm wearing my untimely gilet or gilet.
You're scrappy, huh?
I did not buy a single thing for this cardigan. It's
That's
all
amazing.
leftover sock yarn. The trimming is a leftover baby yarn. The buttons were
Mitch-mash. I love that.
from my button tin.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's just all totally
Button tin.
So
Showing your age.
I've talked about it before, but because of all the ends, I didn't want to deal with them, so I made a double band and hid them inside there, which has worked out fine. And then made these tiny little buttonholes, because I've always had the problem, I know anyone else has out there, when you knit a buttonhole and then it always ends up being way bigger than the buttons call for. And then it unbuttons all the time. Yeah. So I thought, right, this time I'm going to make sure. So like the tiniest buttonholes, and because I had to do it on a double band, I had to make a buttonhole, knit a bit, make another hole, and then try and marry them up. And so I actually ended up stitching right around both buttonholes to make a proper hole, which worked out fine. I love this so much, but I did have to dart on the ends of my sleeves, 135 per sleeve. But I've worn it lots. It's such a good cardi for our kind of climate here in autumn and winter. Really, it's, you know,
we're in winter yesterday.
Oh my god, it's freezing. Yeah, so that's what I'm wearing today. Oh, I've got some socks on somewhere under my Ugg boots. That too, because you know it's been so cold. Okay, so that's what's boarding. Let's get on to cruise.
Cruise. Okay, I'll show mine. Okay, I'll show mine.
Okay.
Which one do I want to go first? Okay. This is, I know this one, it's called an angel hat. See? You
oh yeah, who's the
don't ask me.
Kay Jones from Bakery Bears.
There we go, I don't know. I said to Daryl, I was like, I want a beanie. I don't think I suit beanies. She says I do, I say I don't. I'll knit one anyway.
I'll make her wear it.
So it's really cool, and I'm a huge fan of this colour. Like, I love anything purple.
You may have noticed that.
Yeah. But it's just really cool, and I like the detail here, which I thought was really, really hard to do.
No, it's just knitted
pearls. It's easy.
Excuse the language, everybody.
I was just, look at my little stitch marker.
I know.
Homemade, you showed me that. So,
put it on.
No. Wait till it's finished. No, you'll mess my hair up.
I'll put it on me.
Okay, good. Oh, see? It
fits perfect. Fits perfect.
Yeah. I've just got to, I think...
I like this, this detail.
And I was even thinking, I'm not a pom-pom girl, but I think I might do a pom-pom. I think I might get Daryl to make me a pom-pom.
No, because Nolene's a newish knitter, and most new knitters are very tight. She's a very firm knitter. But it makes it very even, I have to say.
Yeah, thank you.
I think it's lovely.
So, that's one of my projects.
What's the yarn?
Some cheap shit.
I said earlier, what's the yarn? She said some cheap shit. And it's just an acrylic yarn that she got about a year or so ago, wasn't it?
No, it was when I first started knitting.
Yeah. So she got it a long time ago, but like, you know, let's not waste it.
It's not one.
It's just a hat.
It is annoying to knit with because it splits really easily, and like, but I mean, I love the colour.
And actually, it feels good. Fine.
And once I
quite
block
soft.
it, it'll, you know, put in conditioner and stuff.
I think it was from Lincraft or something.
Yeah, it
wasn't
was.
it? I mean, it's fine. It's, you know, people spend $25 in a shop to buy acrylic hats, beanies.
Yeah.
So
let's make one.
Yeah.
So we'll give that a go and we'll see about that. Off to the next one. I'm so proud of myself. Where am I going to show it? How
I don't know if there's enough room for my head here because yours is so big.
Stop it. I'm taking over. Look! Look!
Is that the right side? No,
right.
the right side.
Well, whatever. It's my first cardigan. Who cares about you now? I'm so proud. I can't believe we started this a while ago.
I know. Probably February sometime.
Yeah. That I was kind of aiming it was going to take me 6 months to do.
I think you'll have it done within another couple of months, to be honest.
Yeah, with the amount of like time it takes me to do a shawl, like as you guys know, it takes me forever.
But you know, it's not a race.
Well,
if you can't,
I mean,
if you don't finish it for this
I did
winter,
all that
you'll wear it next
in
winter.
one day.
I know.
So I'm down to doing my last increase.
Yeah.
And then I think I don't know. I think maybe I might just knit straight. And if I get bored of that, then I can go into a sleeve.
Yeah,
and if I get bored of that, I can go back into
Yeah, I've done that before.
Yeah, because I don't want to get bored because I think then I might just not do it for a lot
of TV.
I'm okay with that. So yeah, so I've learned heaps of things and
that's great. And your tension is so smooth.
Thank you. Thank you.
And the yarn she's using is from Skeins, and it's the Perendale in the maroon colour.
I love this.
Which is a double knit.
Yeah. So I'm very happy, very proud. And that's my life at the moment.
Yay!
Yeah.
So what am I knitting? I actually thought I'd got all my projects down, but now I look at this. Oh, maybe not. I started knitting.
Oh my god, there's a huge collection.
I know there is. I've got it in my little kids bag I made. It's Practically cardigan by Kelly Hurlick.
Oh, I like
It's called
that.
Practically because it's almost a vest, practically cardigan, just shy of buttoning shut. So because even though the last few days have been horrendously cold, apparently we are in for a warm winter. Definitely a warm autumn and winter, and I'm thinking, oh. So I thought I'd like to make some more vest things. So I'm making this vest. It's this yarn I've had. God, excuse me. This is yarn I've had for a while, just in a stash, probably about 4 years.
I love this.
It's a Cruchy wool. It just says double knit wool, and it's called Northern Lights. And oh gosh, so I've done that much of it. So just going straight down now, and then it'll be finished.
I think you still left the iron on.
I think you might be right. It's alright, I'm not getting down the house.
Okay.
It's 100% wool, except obviously the flecky slubby bits are polyester.
I love that.
I don't know if I love it or not.
No?
No, it just looks a bit kiddie like to me.
Oh.
But I'm thinking, oh well, hey ho. And I like the dark grey. It fits nice. And actually,
takes 10 years off you.
Crazy for me. I'm expecting at least 40.
Oh shit.
I actually swatched for this. Like, I'm not a swatcher.
No, you did. You had 3, didn't you?
I did 3 swatches because they actually called for a worsted, which is quite hard to come by in New Zealand.
It's not a lot.
But a lot of our double knits are quite heavy anyway, so I often substitute them. And I first did it on the 5 mils that it said, and it was way too big. I just didn't have it, it wasn't right. So then I went down to 4.5s, and then I thought, that looks okay. And then I went down to 4s, but actually I went and did a 4.5s in the end. Because it came out exactly right gauge for 4.5s. Because it only got me up to size 40. And
oh, okay, yeah.
I'm 42. But it's okay, I mean, I put it on, it actually comes to here, so that's that. I'm quite happy with that. That looks pretty cool. I don't know why. I just cast it on last week. I've got no idea why. I know why, because I'd cast something off. Oh, yeah, I've got nothing to work on. Just forget everything else that's lying there. So there's that. I showed this last podcast, The Wallace by, who is that by?
Oh, yeah, how is that going?
I did a bit more on it actually.
Chunky,
I'm getting into it. I took it to midnight last week.
Tonight?
And I worked on it fine.
You're in that night tonight?
No, I canned it.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember. I've got it written down there. Never mind, my bad. It's Wallace. It's it's a Brooklyn tweed pattern. There you go. And I have done quite a bit actually.
I just love this yarn.
I took a photo and sent it to my daughter. She's like, "It looks awesome." So I've done that much.
That's amazing.
Yeah, but it's like this thing is about 8 feet long.
I might steal it off her.
And like she lives in Auckland, and I said to her, I don't think it's going to be cold enough to wear in Auckland, but anyway, I bet she will just despite me.
Yeah.
So now that I've the first pattern is a 28 row pattern, and the first pattern I did, I had every line, I had to look at every line and do every single line front and back of it. But once it was down, now I can just read the pattern as I knit, so it's much quicker. And that's in a Valley Yarns Haydenville.
I need to buy some of that because I love that colour. Yeah,
so that is coming along. So I'm pleased I've done a bit more work on it, and she'll be pleased too. She might get it by next winter.
By next winter,
who knows? Who knows? What else have we been doing? Oh, my travelling in a car project, because you always got to have one of those.
Yes.
I usually have socks, but I felt like doing a hat, so I'm doing a socky hat.
Oh, you're in that one, yeah.
Yeah, so I haven't done that much. And it's in that Cruchy yarn I bought in Wanganui back in January. Oh no, December. And I can't remember the colour of it. But it's a nice stripe, it's a big stripe repeat on it. But I think it looks pretty cute. I don't know if I can put it on.
Does she suits beanies?
I don't know. So that does look good. Yeah, so that's just, you know, a free pattern on Ravelry. Is it by Kelly McClure, I think, isn't it?
I really just don't even look at
Kelly McClure
names or anything. I probably should.
Keep this little bag I actually bought at the Clevedon, not the market, it's a bit of a craft thing there. This is in Auckland. And this was being sold as a makeup bag. I was like, perfect, little sock project bag. So doing that. Just started this yesterday. There's a new baby arriving in the family shortly, and I've knitted a few things for this baby, but I thought I'd start some leggings.
Oh.
So literally have just started some leggings.
Yeah.
Just also in the Cruchy self-striping. I'll show you the pattern. The pattern is it's free on Ravelry, but it's also in this book, Sock Yarn One Skein Wonders, which I've had a while, and I've knitted it before. And that's it there. And it looks really cute when it's finished.
Oh.
Now the pattern is written in pieces and you sew it up. Like you would do one leg flat and the other leg flat, then you sew it up. And I'm thinking, oh, I can't bother doing that. So I'm doing it, excuse me, I'm doing it around to the crutch, and then I'll do flat from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll work. So knitting that. That's that's a Cruchy Ottoman. It's a superwash, 75% superwash merino. Actually, not merino, doesn't say that at all. I'm just making that up. I'm just telling lies.
Tell me lies.
Tell me lies.
Mackie's still like staring at us.
I know, I'm just trying to ignore that dog. And I've started another pair of socks for Nolene's mother, Kim. Hi Kim, you're getting some more socks.
She's gonna love you.
These are scrappy socks, meaning that
oh, wow,
it's just scrap yarn. I was going to finish it by today. I've just got to cast off the toe. I've just got to do the kitchen of the toe. So I hope you like these, Kim. They're really bright.
Wow, I do like that.
I like knitting these. They knit really fast, because every 9, I knit 9 rows, which ends up being 10 of the blocks. So you just go, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and then put in the heel, then just do some more, and it just seems to go really fast because you just want to knit that stripe and then choose another colour. Yeah. So that's on the go for you, Kim.
Aren't you lucky, Mum?
Yes, I know.
You have to get making her a quilt.
Whatever. And last thing I'm going to show is something we haven't talked about actually. What? What does that mean?
You've got so much.
Well, I've got to keep busy in my days.
Yeah.
Oh,
I like that book.
Oh yeah, they actually gave me that for Christmas. It's nice.
Gorge.
So one more projects in it. I'm getting married in August. So
Are you?
Oh, no. So great excitement. And I'm knitting a wedding shawl. And it's black.
Da, da, da.
So those of you that are watching this podcast who are coming to the wedding, I'll be wearing a black shawl. You know that much.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really hard to
beige.
see it really because it's all scrunched up. But
Yeah.
it's called the Falling Leaves Shawl, and it's a free pattern on Ravelry actually, and it's by Dory Brown. And oh my gosh, I tried so many shawl patterns, and like
You really have.
I just couldn't like I knew I wanted a rectangle. I didn't want a triangle or a crescent. I wanted a rectangle. So I want it more like a wrap.
Yeah.
Anyway, I found this free pattern, and pattern doesn't have beads in it, but I'm putting little black beads in the middle of every leaf, and the these
like
beads
that.
in the light, there's no light here, but when the light from lights they sparkle, so they don't look black. It looks good. And that is done in Cascade Heritage sock yarn, so pretty cheap to be honest. Yeah, and really soft. So started that. So
You've only got like 4 months to do it though.
I know, but look at everything else I cast on in the meantime.
Well,
And that shawl, most of the time I've only knitted it over there in the sun.
in the sun, yeah.
I mean, I have got a really powerful light, and at night I have actually used that and had it over me, and that's fine, I can see.
Yeah.
But it's not something you really want to sit on the couch doing because you're putting beads in, and I only know how to do beads with a crochet hook, and I must look up how to do it with dental floss. I know. I actually had learned how to do it with dental floss, but honestly, my brain was like, I don't know how you're doing this. I just find crochet hooks much easier.
A thing.
So exciting, and yeah, talking about the wedding. Oh, I've got my dress organised.
I'm so excited.
This is going to be the wedding of the century, folks.
I hope I'm invited.
Gee, I don't know. It depends how nice you are to me on the podcast in the future.
Not going to be nice.
So I think that is everything I'm doing. Yeah, it is. That's all my works in progress.
And what have you finished?
Well, what have I finished? So this is now arrivals.
Yay!
Yeah. Going on the theme of wedding shawls, I actually finished this well before Christmas. So I'm wearing a black shawl, and my two girls who are going to be bridesmaids or maids, well, I don't know who's going to be what actually. I mean, there's a decision. Yeah. They're going to be wearing ivory shawls. So I made that.
I love that. That's gorgeous.
Yeah, I'm really pleased with it. It's called the wedding shawl. Original name. It's called the wedding shawl. It's I think it's a bought pattern. It was a bought pattern.
I think you did buy it.
Yeah, and it's why can't I find it? I don't know either. I forgot to write it down.
You're going to put a brooch on there, aren't you? In the middle.
Well, you know, I did buy them, but you know what? One of the little diamonds fell out, and then the other brooch at the back fell off. I thought, I can't be bothered with that. So now I'm just going with a little bit of ribbon around the middle. Ooh. So this is just going to pop over there because they're getting married in the middle of winter or end of winter.
Yeah.
This is just going over their sort of shoulders here like that.
So it'll keep them nice and warm.
And at the end of it, you can just unravel this because that's just all bunched up, and it's a cowl.
Yeah. I like that.
And we're all going skiing after the wedding, so I've got something to wear. So I like it's that linen stitch kind of pattern, eh? It's pretty. So I use for this, I actually use Cascade 220, but I doubled it to make it the right thickness. And so I've made two of them, but I'm just showing the one. So I think that's going to look pretty. So I finished that.
What else?
What else? I'm talking about the baby and the family. I made a little wee love the winter hat.
That is cute.
Another free pattern on Ravelry, and it's an adult size as well, and I actually might make one for myself. And I thought maybe I should make one for the mother.
Oh, then they'll have matching ones.
I don't know if I've got enough yarn in this colour though, and it wouldn't really suit her, this colour.
Oh, okay.
She's a redhead.
Oh,
it's
you know.
too dark. So let's see inside, because I know everyone likes to see the inside of people's
That's
colourware.
craziness.
I know. I actually caught all the floats. I've got this thing about floats. because the back is called floats.
Okay.
And like, I'll only do it every 5 stitches. I think that's enough.
Yeah.
Usually on hats, I don't even bother on hats because what fingers are going to get caught in hats? None.
Like look here? No.
No, not really.
Yeah.
Because I think actually the less catching you do, actually it looks better, I think, on the front. But because it's for a baby, I actually did catch it. It's not too bad. The evenness, I find it a bit tricky. But it's such a cute pattern. It's gorgeous. I made that for a little wee one. Oh, I forgot to tell you who it's by. I think I did write this one down.
I love that you write everything down. I wish I was that organised.
Oh yeah. Oh God, I didn't. I used to do Sweet Baby. Oh, it's called Love the Winter Hat. Love the Winter Hat. It's a free one. It's by Emily Dornier. Or Dormier. I don't know.
We'll go with that.
We'll just go with that.
Yeah.
So that, and then I made her a little Milo. Everyone knows that pattern.
Cute.
Made it for a size. Actually, I made the smaller size, but because I was using thicker yarn, it's actually a size for about a 1-year-old.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, you know, babies grow long ways. They don't grow out. So do a little kisses and hearts cable.
That's cute.
And that's in the Spud and Chloe sweater, which is a beautiful yarn. You feel that? It's 50% wool, 50% cotton. It's lovely.
Yeah.
You just make a good sweater yarn. So that's for little baby as well. So cute.
I need to get knitting stuff.
Kim, your socks are finished. Oh, I haven't got this. I haven't got my improvised sock pocket here. There you go, Kim. That's your finished socks.
There you go, Mum.
A lot of yarn management went into these socks.
Oh my God! Otherwise, it was just going to be all purple, wasn't it?
Well, this was the first one I cast on, and then you know when you get to here, because you're doing a heel, it's like an abrupt line, but actually the yarn is actually blending in that way. And then when I finished it, I was on the purple, and the purple's huge on the ball. So I got down and thought, oh my gosh, this is going to look silly. So I actually cut it off there.
And then you sort of faded it.
Then put in some, tried to fade it in so that she had more than just purple. So this whole sock otherwise seriously would have been purple to there. Which would look rather weird.
Yeah, it would have.
Yeah.
I'm kind
so there's your socks, Kim. And hopefully have your other pair finished soon too. But I don't know, when are you seeing your mum and dad next?
Mum? Dad? Oh, I'm going to get Dad. He doesn't know it, but I'm going to get Dad to come and help me do some stuff around the house. So.
Oh, good on you.
Oh, actually, no, it could be this weekend because we might go fishing.
Oh, okay.
So I might
have
Dad.
you told them? I don't know if Nolene's mentioned that. Like, I've invited myself to stay for a
actually
for a night.
Yeah, I have told them about that.
Oh, okay, cool.
Do we want to say why we're going to do it, or do we just want to show them on the next podcast?
Oh, have we got a date?
No, but Dad's going to suss out a date, and I said I want to do it.
We can tell them now.
On my week that I have no job. Because, I mean, why not?
Okay, yeah. Yeah, we're going to go, Nolene's parents live in the Wairarapa, about 2 hours north of Wellington, so right in the heart of the countryside. And we're going to, is a friend of his farm?
Dad's boss.
Her dad's boss's farm, and they farm Romneys. Is it?
Something like that.
Yeah, I think it is. Pretty sure it's Romneys.
I think so.
Anyway, he's offered us a whole fleece.
Yeah.
Like, okay, not that I've ever prepped a fleece in my life, so I'm going to be watching a lot of YouTube videos. I actually do spin. You'll never know because I've never talked about it.
I know, it's crazy.
I don't really spin that much. I mean, it's fine, but I do find it a tad boring.
Yeah, but
it's okay.
I liked it. I remember she came over to my house one day when we were going to do knitting because I had a K&E and I needed a knit image. Oh, have I? Oh.
And he's tapping again.
Well, I was saying. And she comes in and she's got her spinning wheel. I'm like, okay, it's fine. She's there like spinning away.
Yeah, so anyway, I thought, oh well, why not?
I think it's going to be cool. We go on the farm, we can see how the sheep's been shorn and how the wool comes off, and then maybe we'll be able to record how you prep it and clean it and, you know, A to B.
I've been offered a carder, which is in Nelson. I might ask her to ship it to me. I'll pay shipping.
Yeah.
Because then that would be something we've got to use for it. Yeah. So anyway, that could be cool. That's a little aside. We're going to be doing this little adventure. We'll try and take some video too while we're at the farm.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'll show you.
And yeah, so
I'd be shocked if those of you who've never watched a sheep being shorn. It's not brutal, but it's not like
It's not gentle.
It's not. Yeah, I don't think the sheep like it.
Oh no,
because they are sort of thrown on their backs and it's pretty.
But then it's
scary.
If it doesn't get done, then it's worse for them. Exactly. If it makes any sense.
Yeah.
So we'll show little snippets of it.
Yeah. What I'm understanding, Romney. I mean, you can spin Romney, and but it's not fine like merino. It's a little bit more rustic. But hey ho, it'd be good. Anyway,
so that should be fun. So hopefully we'll be doing that next fortnight.
I can't wait.
So yeah,
and I told Paul I'm going there for.
Oh no. And so I've told Mum and Dad, and
cool.
So
cool.
Red wine will be had. Mum and Dad. And I was like, oh, can you do a roast with home kill meat?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was hoping that.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, back to my finished project. Finished some more socks for myself, little shorties. Main yarn is Orange Tail, I can't remember the colourway, and scrap yarns for the rest. So it's going into my box of socks. I've got 8 in there, I think.
Oh yeah.
So I'm not wearing them this year. Oh my gosh, it's so tempting.
Why?
Because I want to keep them for the whole, and just fill up a whole box. Like, oh, all the socks are made brand new. I might change my mind on that.
Yeah.
I know these socks like, oh, they're nice.
That's the silliest thing I've ever heard.
Whatever. And then I was bored one night. Oh, yeah, that's right. I was kind of bored. And also...
Kind of cold?
No, it got cold. I want to make a bulky weight shawl, which is kind of weird in New Zealand, but I wanted to do a sort of a lacy one. And I wanted to just sort of try it out. So I just went down to Spotlight, it's a big box store here, and just bought some Lion Brand acrylic. I'm not a yarn snob. And I made this, which actually turned out really nicely.
I love this.
I know, and
it feels really good.
Yeah, well, I killed it I washed it, and then I threw it in the dryer.
Darning out coming out there.
Oh yeah. That's the only thing about these acrylics, like they've got knots in them and things.
Yeah.
But it actually turned out quite nice, and actually I really like the colour. It suits you.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for me.
So I made that, and the pattern is called Offhand Lace by Caitlin French. I am just hopeless. I don't know about you guys out there.
Reading patterns?
Hopeless reading patterns.
There you go.
I read it and read it and read it, and then I do something completely different. Like, what is with that? I just don't get it. So at the beginning, the very first pattern at the top is completely different from the rest.
You can't tell.
Well, you can really.
Oh, yeah.
But
okay.
is that your neck? Like, who's going to see it? I wasn't going to do it. It wasn't actually, that important a project. So I thought, well, that turned out nice. So I actually ordered off Skeins, had the epic sale, which I ended up getting like 3 parcels on.
I had to try and
I bought some bulky yarn on sale. So
yeah.
It's a nice wool, so I'm going to do that with that. So that was cool. Finished that, and then the 2 garments at the back. The first one is the Rosemont.
We were knitting this together, guys.
Yeah, I finished. That I've got here.
Now, what was your dilemma with this, though?
My dilemma?
Or what you had to do yesterday?
Oh, yeah. Because, I can't... Oh, I don't know if it's in the camera. I can't read patterns. And, I couldn't read how many short rows you had to do for the shawl collar. So there wasn't enough, so it was slipping off. So I actually undid it all yesterday and reknit the whole collar. Now it's sitting a lot better. Really garish kind of stripes.
Yeah.
Really... Paul might say, oh, they're very rich.
Yeah.
Just being polite.
Yeah.
But it's my weekend lounge about, and I wore it yesterday after I finished it, and I tell you, it was so cozy because it's very light.
Yeah,
it's a woolen spun yarn. It's naturally originals, and it was really nice to wear. And I'm like, hey, I don't care. That's cool.
And your boxy.
And the other one is my worsted boxy that I made out of from the skeins as well. It's then naturally drift. And highly modified though, folks, highly modified, because it's a pattern that's meant to be really big and boxy.
Yeah.
So for my size, it should be like, what it is you're actually knitting from that elbow to that elbow in the pattern.
Oh.
So that's how wide
drapey
it's going to be.
No.
And I'm like, no, big boobs.
For a tiny person, sure, that would look amazing.
It does. It's amazing on a small person, but I still really
liked
it.
Not saying that you're not small.
Well, I'm not.
But
I modified it, so it's fine.
Okay.
So, I decided to knit this extra small size, which still went 20 centimetres positive ease.
God.
But that meant instead of the top, front and back coming here, they're going to end here.
Oh, no.
There, not there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So therefore that diameter here was bigger than the diameter here. So I knit it extra small thing, but I actually placed the sleeves and did those, picked those up from the extra large size. Yeah. And because they were finishing here, I actually had to knit a lot more to get them down to there. So I actually did more, yeah. But it looks so much better.
You modify most of your patterns?
Yeah, because you have, I think you have to half the time. Oh. I didn't modify Rosemont.
Oh, good, because I don't want to.
Yeah, so that's how I did it. And oh my gosh, I'm really pleased with it. It turned out really nicely.
I love the colour. The colours in it is really cool.
Yeah, I really like it too. But yeah, so it's a really easy pattern. Now another funny thing I did with this, having knit with circulars for many years. I learned on straights, like I think everybody does just about.
You made me.
Yeah. I just felt like, well, actually I didn't have any size 7s in circulars, so that was another factor. I thought, no, I'm going to do it on straights, and I still had some straights sitting around, so I did it on straight needles, and I did it pieced, because the pattern is either pieced or in the round. Now, I don't have any hard feelings about doing pieced against in the round, to be honest. I know a lot of people really hate piecing and sewing up a garment, and I really don't care. I actually find it quite therapeutic.
I feel like I wouldn't like it because I don't know how to sew. Yeah, but it's something to learn.
It's what you do is called a mattress stitch, and you actually knit it. You actually sew it up right side facing you.
Right side facing you.
Yeah. So you can match it up, and then it ends up this lovely seam there.
Huh.
And yeah, I don't mind doing it at all. And there's something to be said for piece garments too, because it means they're more portable. Yeah, because you're only taking a piece out with you. Whereas in the round, like the Rosemont, which I did knit top down all in one, like
it's kind of hard to lug around.
You can't lug it around you because it ends up being huge.
I actually, when I was on a roll with that, when I spent all that day knitting it, so proud. And then the next day I did a little bit more. If I had to go to work on an overnight, it was a 3-day overnight, and I couldn't take it with me because it wouldn't fit in my bag.
See?
And it, like, I got so peed off. So I wanted to take it. But I just took my beanie, but I was like, I really wanted, because I was on a roll with that. Yeah. And I'm that person, if I can't just go from one thing to another. If I'm on a roll with something, I have to stay with that.
I know, I'm not like that.
Oh, that's me. But yeah, so then I got into my beanie, but yeah. Yeah,
so knitting with straights, can't say I'm a big fan of it anymore, to be honest. They did get in my way, and they actually ended up modifying how I knitted, and I ended up keeping one needle sort of stationary and just moving the left needle. It was kind of annoying, to be fair. But, you know, I thought it was quite interesting to doing it for a change.
Why not?
Why not, indeed. So, yeah, that's all everything I've finished. Hi, welcome back. We just had to have a quick pit stop. Have a cup of tea, a little bite to eat,
chocolate.
Just like what acquisitions, but what do we call that? I can't remember. Oh, refueling. Yeah, refueling. I've been refueling.
What have you been refueling?
Oh my god, Paul's gonna see this now.
She was hiding stuff from you.
No, I wasn't. I don't hide. Skeins was having a big sale. Oh, it was so good. And I wanted to knit the Philandra shawl by Libby Johnson. It's a huge double knit shawl, and it's knitted out of this yarn called Outlaw and the base called Nix. So I managed to get some in the scale.
I love that
and
colour.
The sale. So I'm going to knit it. It'll be the main colour. Turn it around the right way. Then that's the main colour, and then that'll be in the contrast.
Oh, I love that.
It's called Shadowed, and this one's called Parchment. Oh my gosh, this stuff is divine. So it's 70% Polworth and 30% silk.
I just love that colour.
I know, it's just gorgeous. Oh my gosh, I love it, love it. So I'm going to do that. And then also in the skein sale I was telling you about that big shawl I was going to make, so I bought, I think they're stopping production of this, Texas. It's a big bulky weight wool so it was on really cheap, and this is in jade, and so I think that's going to look alright. Yeah, that kind of suits you actually. So that's nice, and that is a 70% wool and 30% alpaca, which alpaca I'm kind of like, if it's 100% alpaca then my eyes get itchy and start watering, and I've heard you can take an antihistamine, but I've never done that.
Why would you want to do that?
I don't know. So I'm hoping I'll be okay knitting it. We'll see.
I've got those that alpaca I bought from Skeins when we went up.
Oh yes, misty alpaca stuff.
Just socks. Yeah, and you do that. Yeah, so much to do.
What else? Oh, our local yarn store, Holland Road Yarn. Bought.
It's gorgeous.
It's Tosh Merino Light, and it's the colourway Arch. So lots of beautiful greys and blues, and oh, that's really nice. I'm thinking of making a hat out of that. It's a single skein, so it's going to be quite pilly, I imagine. So there's that, and then these ones were actually part of the Holland Road Sock Club that I had for 3 months. So the first one is actually a niche yarn. It's 100% merino sock, and it's in her colourway Book of Dust. So it's lots of purples and blues. Don't know what I'm going to do with that. Maybe just socks.
I think you need to show them your bracelet. She's got this really cool bracelet on.
Everyone has these bracelets, babe.
Oh.
I'm just wearing that.
Fine, whatever.
I have one of those bracelets. That bracelet, that leather bracelet everyone had last year, that's got is actually a ruler.
I wasn't that cool to get one.
She wasn't really cool then.
No.
She's pretty uncool. I'm much cooler, and actually her coolness has crept up because of me.
God, you can talk.
I'm just confident.
Oh well.
And then,
treat your own one.
And then in the last month of Sock Club, I've got this one called Union. It's by Union Fibre. So
I love that one. That's gorgeous. It's got your colour that you like in it too, right there.
Yeah, it's just lovely. What is the colourway called? It hasn't got a name on it. No. Oh, Fleur. It's lovely. There's that.
It's called the Golden Rose.
And then I just at the local yarn store down the road, I want some cream coloured socks. I actually had some cream coloured socks in this yarn, and I accidentally went through a hot wash. Not to be recommended with the Waikiwi yarn. It's a 55% New Zealand merino, 20% nylon, 15% alpaca and 10% possum, and it just went and felt it up. It was very sad. I think they'll call it up in jeans or something, and I don't know. So yeah, so definitely just it's beautiful yarn to work with, and it's beautiful on your feet and very warm, but only hand washed gently. So I bought some more to make some more. Oh, hi Mac.
He was wanting attention.
Hi Mackie Doodles. This is Mac, named after Richie McCaw, who was a captain of the All Blacks. But we just call him Mac, Macaroni, Macadoodle,
Macaroon.
Macaroon, what else do we call him? I don't know, lots of things. He's just adorable. He's a caboodle. So he's half King Charles Cavalier Spaniel and half poodle.
He's a lot of maintenance.
And he's like such a scaredy cat. Aren't you?
When Daryl leaves the house, she put the radio on for him.
You're just oh yeah. I don't want to be lonely. And I'm gonna go to bed, and like I get into bed before Paul does, and then he comes in and there's Beck snuggled right into the sheets. And then Paul just goes, he just comes, he just starts to get in bed, and Mac just literally just jumps off into his bed. He just knows. They're just adorable. Anyway, and one last thing I bought, just at Spotlight, had some sock yarn.
Oh, I like that.
So it's the Mona Vera, which I think is made for Spotlight, but it's 50% wool, 25% polyamide, and 25% bamboo.
Bamboo.
I thought it was kind of cute, and it gonna knit up pretty. So $16 there at Spotlight.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they had about 3 different patterns.
I'm off to Spotlight. I go.
That is all my refueling.
I don't have enough.
And it's probably more than enough refueling. Now you've got refueling.
Oh, I do.
Yes.
Good mum.
Come here.
Here we go. So we went to, where did we go?
Knit World.
Knit World. Knit World. I wasn't buying anything. Gerald maybe.
I love enabling.
I know. So I brought these, which is quite cute. I am, of course, always going to be drawn to green.
Who makes those?
I don't know.
And then look at the label. It's John Q inspiration, so it's not an independent dyer, but it's 80% wool, 20% nylon, 100 grams. So you probably have got about 350 meters there.
Yeah,
it's enough for a pair of socks anyway.
Yeah, so I can't wait.
They're
I might get
pretty.
you to ball me up one, but then I've got so much.
I love those. I love the green and
yeah,
grey.
I love that one.
Actually, I love that too.
I was more drawn to this one at first because I was like, I've got heaps of lime green, and like that's just more me. So I was like, I need to step out of that. So I went and got that, and then I was like, oh, well, I might as well buy that one. And
they're nice though.
I think they're like $30 each.
On the steep side.
But hey, it's a bit of fun. That's going to keep me entertained for a while. And I think I might knit this one when I go up to do my training for my new job. So.
Oh yeah, they get back to you on being able to knit in class?
I can knit in class.
Yeah.
Not on the planes.
Oh, obviously.
Well, I mean,
we'll wait until you've actually worked there a few months.
Yeah, and then I'll
sneak out and
sneakily
knitting in the back gallery.
Bring it in. Because do that now. And then this amazing hand dyed yarn. This is absolutely stunning. I actually put an order in for it and sort of said this is the colourway I kind of want. And the amazing dyer
I know
did a
that
fantastic job. So this is Alice Maud yarn.
Hold it up close.
And it's called Nolza. Isn't that cute?
So it's pretty. It's got
I just love it.
Did it on a pale brown base, I think.
Yeah. Tell them how you dyed it, because I quite like it. We've dyed one. Well, I've helped you dye one thing before.
It was kettle dyed, so I did it in the pot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I just did like put in. I think I put in a pale grey to start with, and then once that little dull, and then I added the pinks.
Well, yeah. I love it because I've brought a couple of things off you before.
Yes. Yeah, you're my best customer.
Well, stop dyeing stuff that I feel like you just do the stuff that I like.
Really?
Well, I don't know. Everything you do I kind of like, and there's another one that she hasn't put up on her website yet, which I've rebagged. So sorry, that's
sorry,
I get it.
Too late.
Okay, there's maybe two. But yeah, so Etsy, Alice Maud Yarns. Go have a look at it. Bloody amazing.
Thanks, Niles.
You're welcome. I'm gonna knit a jumper out of this after my cardigan. I don't know why.
You've got 3 skeins, haven't you? You just brought.
No, I got 4.
Oh, you got 4 skeins, yeah.
So I mean, you dyed it.
I can remember.
So yeah, I'm gonna do a jumper. We did find a jumper that I was gonna do, but now I'm kind of having second thoughts.
Oh my gosh, I found another jumper pattern. Actually, be perfect in that yarn.
Don't
buy it back off you.
No. Dye your own.
No, actually, that pink doesn't really suit me.
Yeah, but it suits me.
you. It doesn't really suit me, does it?
No.
It should say no anyway.
It kind of does, but I'm like, it's mine. It's mine. I paid for it. Yeah, so that's going to be my next big project. But then in saying that, I really want to do that Dark Harbour one that you kept trying to steal off me.
Oh, Budgie Smuggler.
Budgie Smuggler, I
So
love
that
that
colour.
Yeah. So, and then I did buy another one with you just a couple of weeks ago.
Sounds like I make you buy everything.
You did. We went, where did we go? We went into Wellington to the front, our local knit shop that we go to, and we do knit nights. And they've just moved, so they've opened up a new shop. And I said to my flatmates, I was like, oh, I'm going after Daryl. With Daryl, I'm going to go to the knitting thing. Jeremy's like, okay, are you going to buy anything? I was like, no, I'm not. Like, I'm not going to buy anything at all. And he's like, And I was like, no, like, I've got heaps. I'm going to work on my stash, you know, I'm going to do this. And I came home, I snuck in, popped it away. And he comes out, he's like, I caught you. I was like, no. He's like, what did you buy?
He's only her flatmate. He's like, why is she hiding it from her flatmate?
Because And then I was like, I only brought one skate. He's like, how much does that cost you? I was like, and then he's like, what?
They were yarn police.
Must be. And then he's like, what are those? I was like, some needles. And then because I was going to make a beanie with it, so we balled it all up and I was going to do a beanie. And then like, now I'm making a beanie out of something I've already got out of my stash, and that's just, and it's poor, and I don't know what I'm going to do with that one, but work it out. So yeah, I always get told off every time I go out shopping. That's hilarious.
Cool. That's everything, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Sky scandals.
Da, da, da. What are we going to talk about?
Oh, we thought we might talk about when you have disrupts. So like, you know, you've made a booking and then we're talking about weather disrupts here mostly. Yes. A big disruption because of the weather, because it happened yesterday.
Yeah.
We've had like, we're having this warm autumn except for this last few days where it's a cold snap. And honestly it was like the middle of winter temperatures, and yesterday there was a lot of thunder and lightning. Now that's pretty unusual for this area.
Well, because it happened the night before as well, walking back.
Yeah, it did. Yeah. So it's been all yesterday, thunder, lightning, hail, gale force winds, constant rain, and I think it got to high of 9 degrees Celsius. Like, that is crazy. But apparently it caused a huge disruption to the aircrafts because they couldn't land. And
the Wellington airport got hit by lightning, so the lights were out.
One of the runway lights?
Yeah,
struck by lightning, so the airport
that
was closed.
I think about an hour and a half to fix up, which is really good. Like,
so the planes had to diverge.
Yeah, they got really onto that.
And like, we know it's a real pain when you're a passenger and the plane's not going where you wanted. You wanted to go here and you end up there and that, but like for the crew, it's 10 times worse. Not even 10 times, like it's double, it's 20 times worse. Because they're usually having a 9-10 hour day. Suddenly that's extended by a huge amount.
And then you get passengers yelling at you, which, you know, I understand, but I'm not the one who turned around the plane.
But they're just sitting there, you're actually having to work.
I'm not controlling the weather, guys.
No. So yeah, so I understand some people worked long hours yesterday, and then the accommodation was really tight in different cities. Yeah. And they had to go on Airbnbs.
Yeah. About a month ago, I don't know, we got we had another storm come through Wellington, and well, through the whole friggin' New Zealand.
Climate change.
And we took off and went to Sydney, and then we couldn't get back into Wellington, and there was no accommodation at all in New Zealand, so we had to stay in Sydney. And we even in Sydney there was no accommodation. We ended up 2.5 hours outside from the airport.
Where were you?
An iBus budget.
Oh my gosh.
Don't even get me started.
I have stayed there on an overnight.
But like, we've got rules and like of where we can stay and whatever. And
I've got a better story than that.
Captains flipped the lid.
I got a better story than that. We took off from Sydney one night, and we knew that Wellington Airport was closed. The airport actually had closed because due to fog.
Yeah.
So we left Sydney at about 6 p.m. Sydney time, which was 8 p.m. New Zealand time.
What's that, Mac?
And we knew when we left the airport was closed, but Ops said, no, you're going.
Why?
Because they're stupid. Because they're in Sydney, they've got no idea about New Zealand weather. Yeah. So our captain, he said, well, you know, it's not, we're not going to land.
All right.
But okay, we'll go.
If you want us to go.
Waste time. So Julie came across the Tasman, and sure enough, airport's completely closed. Like, there's no one even there. Everyone had gone home. It's closed. Yeah. Nothing, no lights on, nothing. So we circled around a bit while we organised to go up to Auckland, flew up to Auckland. So this flight now of 3 hours is now 4 hours. Yeah. It's with a stage about 1 in the morning. Yeah. Get to Auckland, and because all the flights are diverted to Auckland, and there was a big concert on in Auckland, there was no accommodation. Da da da. Passengers had to
bus.
No, there was no accommodation for passengers.
But did they have to bus back to Wellington?
No, they
don't tell me they
had to stay at the terminal, but we got them to open up the airline lounge. Yeah. So a lot of them slept in there, which was better than nothing. And then we're like, oh, where's the crew going to sleep? Because we're from Auckland, we're from Wellington.
Yeah.
And we, you know, had nowhere to stay. They ended up organising this place called a lodge out in Rama, which is about an hour south of the airport in the countryside.
Cool, but
got there, and then we ended up, we didn't get there about 2:30 in the morning because part of the motorway was closed due to roadworks. So we take this long route. Yeah. So finally rolled up there at 2:30 in the morning. We were just like, oh my god, am I so tired? And guess what? It was a truck stop. So it's always truckies. And they're about ready to leave because it's that time in the morning. So you know what they have to do? They have to warm up their engines for half an hour, don't they?
Oh my god,
it was a freaking nightmare.
That is like the worst.
So we didn't get to sleep till about 4:35 when the final trucks are left. Got up in the morning and like the place was a real dive. It was barely 3 stars. It was probably 2. It was a one. Walked outside. I thought, oh, I've got to find some breakfast. And there was the captain sitting on a step. And I said, oh, good morning. He says, well, if you look for breakfast, don't bother because there is no chef. This place is under receivership.
So what'd you do?
And I mean, what? He says, oh, don't worry. He says, I talked to them and they rang up the chef who comes on Thursday nights and he's coming around to cook us a big breakfast, which was really good of him.
Yeah.
Honestly, we were in the middle of broccoli fields. Seriously, I went out and filmed it. There was just broccoli fields all around us. It was like, it was so funny. Like, it was so terrible, it was funny.
Yeah.
And the chef came and he cooked us a massive breakfast, which
that was really nice.
Captain said none of us are paying for this, the company's picking it up.
Yeah. Good.
And so they did. And then the company the night before had said to us that we were getting picked up at 12:30. Well,
if you didn't get sleep about 4.
No one came. But then this taxi arrived. He says, oh, I've just come to see if you need a ride. He said, because I only heard you talking about it last night. I was your driver from last night.
Oh, so, nice.
Okay, and we'd heard nothing from the company and we couldn't get through to them because there's huge disrupts.
Yeah.
So we went off to the airport. On the way to the airport, the company rings up the captain and says, oh, we arranged you to get picked up at 3, blah, blah, blah. He says, well, too late, we're already in the van.
Yeah.
So, make a long story short, we got to the airport. Yes, Wellington had been closed all that day as well. I was meant to go to Melbourne when I got back. And I arrived... I was walking to the car park as the Melbourne flight was taking off, so didn't do that. It was just a nightmare. And this place, like, it had green sort of stuff in the toilet, like slimy stuff.
Oh, no, thank you. Why can't you go and stay with the head of the company? They would have been living in their mansion, so they could stay there.
You know that I've heard that Ops have offered that.
Yeah.
Like to put it up in their place. Like, no, thank you. I want a proper room.
I want a proper room to yourself. Yeah. Because that's what our contract says.
Are you going to give me room service in your house?
I want a full cooked on breakfast.
So yeah, like, you know, disrupts are terrible for passengers. They're really terrible for crew as well.
Well, remember when I had that? I was actually here for what did I come over here? Coffee or something. And I just checked. I was doing a late Sydney that night.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And then I checked my queue access to, you know, just find out who my crew are. Duty change to 5-day Melbourne trip the next day. 5 days. So I was going to work 6 days and I was going to be on overnight for 5 days away from home. And these were double sector days. It was 11-hour days.
See, that's terrible. Because like you try to plan your life because, you know. Yeah. Funnily enough, the company don't recognise this, but you actually have a life outside of work. Yeah. And so you might have been doing things on those other days. Yeah. When you weren't at work, but you were just doing return trips, and then suddenly you just find out actually you're going to be away for 5 days. Yeah. That's terrible.
So this is where it gets really interesting, because I went to Sydney that day, and this was when the big storms happened.
Oh yes, we ended up not even doing it.
So then we had to do that 2-hour trip to the hotel, and then the crew ring you up, and they're like, oh, because there was a couple of us girls were going on to the Melbourne, but my trip was 5 days, their trip was 2 days. And they said, oh look, do you guys want to stay on this trip? I said, well, I'm on a 5-day trip tomorrow, I'm on an unscheduled overnight, I don't have any clothes, and you're making us land now at, say, at 12, the Melbourne takes off at 4, like, and they're like, oh no, just go home, drive all the way home, pack your bags, drive all the way back to the airport.
40k.
Yeah, and then you can be on a 6-sector day.
6 nights.
6 day overnight. And I was like, and they're like, yeah, like think of the money. I was like,
think of the stress.
I'm thinking more of I want my bed. I'm thinking more of I've got nothing. I'm thinking more of no.
Just think about how tired you would have come off that flight, screamed home, in peak hour traffic.
Yes, and then
repack your bag for 5 more days, 6 more days, and drive back and work.
No, and I was like, no. But what they could have done was taken me off. You know, like just that one day trip and put one crew on, and I can picked up the rest of it. They took me off all of it.
They just can't think straight.
Nah, they took me off all of it. But
win.
It was really good. The money would have been really great, but
sometimes it's not the money, is it? Knowles? It comes down to lifestyle and stress factors, and you know, that I think.
So if you think we can just get like an hour or two disrupt because of weather, and we end up somewhere else,
and it's really fun. No, it's not.
And then like I've had passengers come up to you yelling at you, and then you're like, well, I don't actually know what I'm doing, and they're like, who cares about you? I'm like, well, that's true. Well, I mean, it's not like you're
going to be playing. Guess what? You'll be last.
Yeah, but
no, because like you can work up to 20 hours in one day, can't you?
21 hours.
21 hours. If you have a disrupt,
I can work 21 hours.
21 hours. Think about that, people. 21 hours working.
And you still have to
Would you want a flight attendant who has been up for 20 odd hours and then you have to rely on them to get you out of the plane in the middle?
No. You'd be up for a good 30 hours.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know how they expect us to do that. I think the most I've ever worked was about 17 and a half.
Yeah, 17 is my tops, and that was an early Sydney return, got to the airport early in the morning, and so that's when it was a 6:30 flight leaving.
Yeah.
And the plane had a major engineering issue.
Send me home.
Could not be fixed until 10:30. I think we left at 11 or something like that in the morning. We flew to Sydney, then we flew to Auckland, and then we packed home from Auckland back to Wellington, and we landed. I walked in the door here about 10 at night.
That's horrible.
I'd been up since 4 in the morning.
That's horrible.
I was just exhausted.
No, it's I don't know.
It's evil. That's what it is. I suppose it's evil.
So yeah, I remember being on one flight, and it was years ago. This one passenger was yelling at one of the crew members, and she just ripped him a new one, and I was like, because I was new then, and I was like, oh, what are you doing? Like, you can't speak to passengers like that. But now I fully understand why, because
I was reading something last night about this thing's come out, the studies come out and said that providing customer service actually makes customers worse. Something like that.
Because then they'll expect too much.
Well, yeah, they do.
I mean, if you go on a budget airline, you're not going to expect the world's greatest flight, so you probably would just be more calmer.
I think so.
Yeah, but if you go to a premium airline, you're going to expect premium service, and then if you don't get a napkin with your drink, you start. Yeah, I've had someone's yelled at me because I didn't put a napkin down with their drink, and I just looked at them.
That's such a first world problem.
I looked at them. I was like, oh, okay, cool, and I walked off. What? Like, they already had one because I gave them an ice cream with a napkin. Calm down, people.
Calm your farm.
God, save the trees. Small things in life.
Oh my gosh. Only those of you who work in customer service, like really probably retail would be the worst, know how bad customer service is.
Oh.
It's like, dear.
But I kind of like it. I like when passengers are like that.
Do you?
No, because like every day I would do my head in, but sometimes I want that passenger that yells at me for not doing it. And because I'm just like, this is why I don't like my job. But then you walk off and you're like, oh, and then you get really nice passengers and you're like, no, this is why I love my job.
Actually, you do. It's really nice.
But some people are just weird.
Yeah. So disrupts, like, they're just awful for everyone, really. Everyone on the plane. And like, don't believe it when you think there's a disrupt and the crew get off and new ones come on.
No.
Not when we're
there
21 hours.
We've done 2 days before Christmas. This was about 4 years ago, 5 years ago. There was a huge fog in Wellington, so we had to land into Auckland the day before Christmas Eve.
Oh, this was a few years ago now, about 5 years ago.
Yeah. And like that, we were just so tired. I had the day off. I had Christmas Eve and Christmas Day off. The company was trying to make you work on your day off, and then
Oh, because they wanted to get everyone back for Christmas, I think was the reason.
But
I can understand that.
Yeah, I get that, but like, I mean, this is why people are on call.
Yeah, exactly.
And so we had minimum rest, which we actually had less than minimum rest, because
minimum rest is only 10 hours.
Yeah, so I think we had about 8 hours.
So that's 10 hours from when the plane stops.
Yeah.
Not from when you get to the hotel or get home. From when the plane stops to when the plane taking off the next day. 10 hours. So you factor in travel time and winding down time. You get 6 hours sleep.
We had to go to the hotel we used to stay at back in the day, and there was just planes of people. It was crowded. People were doubling up with rooms. And so we had to wait to get our room and stuff. And I remember one of our captain, and I'll tell you him later, you'd be able to work it out, he was saying that we're not pro company because we didn't want to work on our day off and
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And then I was like, no. And then we finally got to the room. We had crewing ringing us all night. Like, I think I would have got about 4 hours, 5 hours sleep. And I was like, I wasn't new, but I'd only been in the company for a couple of years. So I didn't still quite know, you know, my rights, and I wasn't who I am now. I wasn't more like, no, this is what I'm doing. Like,
she wasn't hanging out with me as much back then.
She scared me back then.
So you thought, can't beat them, join them.
Yeah. Well, and I remember walking down, and the company was like, right, well, you're going to operate that flight back to Wellington and have your day off. And I was like, fine, cool, because you have to pay me for that. So sweet. Walking down, had my bag, an overnight bag, and I fell down a flight of stairs.
Flat.
Oh, like I fell down, and the bag came behind me, and I hurt my back.
So you couldn't work it?
No, it was. If I said that,
oh, that's right. You pretended you were fine.
If I said that, I would be not okay to.
And gone
I would have spent Christmas in a hotel room. I walked out crying. My makeup was just like, and I was walking out.
Yes, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Yeah, and I like checked out, and the lady was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like,
"Yes."
Yeah. And then one person ran up, and she was like, "Oh, I saw you fall." And I was like, "Did it happen?"
No, it's fine.
All the crew were waiting in the shuttle, and they're like, "Why were you taking so long?" And then I saw my face, and the captain's like, "Oh no, he went to another one, and we had another captain."
Yeah, different one.
Yeah, it was a different flight. Anyway, and so I was like, I'm not saying anything. And then my it was Belinda, and she was like, "Are you sure you're okay?" I was like,
"I'm fine."
Oh no, yeah. And as soon as we got on the plane and we took off, all the passengers, because I was like walking really weird, and they're like, "You okay?" I was like, "If I say no, we're not going anywhere." And then they're like, "Oh honey, sit down." Like, they're really lovely. And because we had to go 3 crew, and so if I had said I can't, that plane's not going, and so I was like, no, I'm fine.
So you got up in the air.
Got up in the air, and I turned out, I was like, I just got down the flight of stairs. And then I remember like unzipping my dress in the back to show the crew, and I had step lines all down my back. I was already bruising, and all the crew were like, "What are you doing here?" I was like, "Do you want to go home for Christmas?"
I know.
And then, yeah, and then so got to Wellington and stuff like that, and then I think my mum came and picked me up. She drove because I texted her before, and then I stupidly went back to work on Boxing Day. I had the same CCM, and she was like, "Nah, I know, but this is, you know." But then so I got taken off for New Year's and about 3 weeks off work because I screwed my back up.
Joys. Okay, I think that's about it. We might fit another one in before you go off on your training. Maybe.
Oh yeah, I was like,
Nolan's got a week off the end of April, so it might be another one in 2 weeks. Whoa, you guys are being spoiled. 2 podcasts in a month. But after that, she's away for 5 weeks, so I don't think we'll get one done then at all.
No.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be busy because I'm going to have my little nephew home.
Oh yes.
So yeah,
So glad you joined us.
Yeah, thanks for watching again.
Thanks for watching again. And
I'll be right.
See you in hopefully 2 weeks' time. Bye.
Bye.